I'm Sir Tap Tap, and as a channel with a lot of Flash games in my hit log, a lot of people are like, oh, I really wish you could play this Flash game again. Oh, I miss Flash and all that stuff. The thing is, Flash's death has been really greatly exaggerated. Adobe Flash is one of those things that everybody hates it, no one actually knows why. The reason people actually don't like Flash is because of advertisements and stuff, and full site layouts that used Flash. As far as animation and video games, Flash is actually still just fine. Most people won't start a new project in it just because people are trying to abandon it and stuff, but it really sucks the way people kind of mistreat Flash. There's a lot of fantastic games out there that'll only ever be in Flash. A lot of the creators have moved on, or they may have passed on, so the games won't necessarily all be remade in on Steam or on mobile or whatever. But the thing is, Flash is not really dead. So we're in 2020 here. I distinctly recall a message in my Chrome browser for months saying that Adobe Flash support would end on January 2020, and it didn't. In fact, I'm on Chrome here right now. Oops, let me go backwards a little bit here. So by default, it might seem like Chrome does not load Flash. See, we load up a Flash game site like Congregate here, great site. It's like, oh, install or enable Adobe Flash Player, but do I have Flash Player? Well, you probably do. So when this happens, I'm in a Google Chrome here, and I will say that Flash on mobile devices, sure, it's pretty much dead, but most of these games aren't designed for keyboard. You know, they're designed for keyboard and mouse. They don't really work well on mobile anyway. So I'm only talking about desktop stuff here, but if you have pretty much any laptop, any Mac, any Windows thing, any Linux box, you can run Flash. So what you do when you see some message like this, you just click the little lock icon up here, allow Flash. Page will need to reload. Parker, I'm trying to do a video, honey. And there we go. Go, go, gummo. Like, yeah, 10 years later. Still working. Wow. Only 9,000 gameplays? I mean, it was probably, I'm sure I played this on Newgrounds, actually. And there it is. Go, go, gummo. It's just Parker. Another thing about Flash, for better or worse, a lot of Flash games were also copied. Sometimes, you know, with creator consent, sometimes not. But sometimes some Flash game sites may have gone out of business and stuff. A lot of those Flash games you'll actually find in different places. Unfortunately, Eismaze disappeared. I don't know what happened to Eismaze. I haven't managed to contact the creator, not that I had any, you know, specific, you know, contact with them before. But I don't know what happened there. Hopefully they do come back. I don't remember how to play Go Go Go, I will admit. But yeah, if you have Chrome or Firefox, probably even Edge. You know what? Let's check Edge. Let's pretend that we care about Edge. Go Go Gummo. Not videos. Shocking. No, where's Congregate? Here we go. Flash content was blocked. Yeah, if you click the installer Adobe, yeah, I won't log in for now. This is just a test. See, Edge, the browser that just straight up comes with your Windows install, it can run it. It's not Flash's death, like I said. It's always greatly exaggerated. People hate Flash because of crappy restaurant websites and like click the monkey ads, and those did suck, but that's no reason to destroy a whole bunch of Flash content. I'm pretty peeved at people's opinions of Flash. People that have no real concept of what Flash is, they hate it just because Apple told them it was bad, frankly. That's all it really takes. Apple said, oh, the headphone jack is bad. People are like, brave. Anyway, so let's say that Google actually, see, Congregate even has a thing here that tells you how to make all this run. So let's say that Flash actually does get removed from Chrome. The thing is that Flash can't really die. Flash dying would be like C++ dying. It would be like HTML dying. All you need to do to run a Flash file is a program that can run a Flash file. It's not DRM'd. It's not something that requires a specific online service. It's not something you can really cancel. All you need is something that can run Flash. So, Newgrounds.com, which hopefully you've heard of, absolute, original titan in the Flash game space. They've made a Flash player that will allow you to play Flash. You don't currently need this, and I'm not sure I can even use this because basically what you do, you just download their Flash player and it will let you run Flash stuff. It's an early version, and it currently installs Adobe's Flash plugin, and I couldn't figure out how to use this because the way it's supposed to work is that it'll launch Flash stuff in the Newgrounds player, but currently Flash stuff still runs in the browser anyway. But you can manually load in SWF files, so let me just Newgrounds. There we go, Newgrounds player. I don't think I have any random Flash files on my thing here, but if I had, you know what? Let me. I probably can't do bit surgery and find out like what the Flash file is here. Homestar Runner SWF. Let's go to good old. Yeah, here we go. Copy link address. Let's go to good old Homestar Runner. SBML 100. There it is! There it is! There's Strongbad. There he's at. So all you gotta do, even you can download stuff from the web. This is a little bit clunky. Like I said, this is kind of a work in progress thing. Version 1.03. This is just kind of an emergency. Okay, if Flash dies, we'll have this. You currently don't need this, like I said, but if you want to install it now, just make sure you have it. You can. You can load either a local file or a, just load in any SWF file, and it should load it. Like I said, you don't need that yet, but even if Flash is removed from every major browser and it's impossible to put in a plugin, you'll still be able to play Flash stuff. And this is more far future stuff, but there are Flash player emulators being worked on. They're not quite perfect yet, but look at this. Ruffle's a Flash player emulator built in the Rust programming language. This is not Flash. It's an SWF, but as you can see, right click, it's not Flash. This is a, well, it just said, it's a Flash emulator. And hey, it looks pretty dang good, doesn't it? It's not perfect. I would say just use actual Flash in the meantime. But Flash emulators will eventually be to the point where you can probably just install just any browser plugin, or hell, it may just be on a site level thing where the site, Newgrounds just loads the Newgrounds Flash emulator or something, and all that Flash content just works in your browser the way it always did, and you won't even need Flash, and you won't need to update Flash. So, Flash is still cool. Flash games are still cool. Flash animations are still great. I'm a huge proponent of Flash games and stuff. It's, you can't just throw away history. That's one thing. Preservation is one of the most. I'm just super passionate about preservation stuff. So when people are trying to be like, oh no, throw away Flash, it's bad. It makes my CPU run a little bit hot, and it's like, the thing about Flash, the worst thing about Flash is that it's like single core. I don't think it ever got out of that. And look how bad. Got a bit of a humble brag here, but oh no, guys. Look what a single core going to 100% will do to my CPU. That's 1/32 of my CPU power gone because of Flash. Oh no. Look, you probably don't have a 32-thread CPU, but you probably have at least a 4 or even 8 core. Flash, old Flash stuff. The biggest problem with Flash is that since it only uses 1 core, it could be a little slow. I would say overheating stuff. I mean, add scripts on JavaScript are probably hurting your PC these days more than Flash games would. So Flash will always be here. There's always ways to play Flash, and currently, like I said, you can just still play Flash almost exactly the way you always could. You just gotta you gotta manually approve a website, and you can do it single load too. I do think it is kind of reasonable to disable Flash by default. I do wish they kind of had a whitelist for sites like Congregate and stuff, but Google also tried to do this with automatically muting all websites, basically, and that was a huge disaster too, because it muted a whole bunch of video games and people didn't know how to turn it off, and they eventually went back on that more or less. And I think that's partially what happened with the Flash deal, is they're like, oh, at least I pretty distinctly remember they were going to shut it down on January 1st, 2020, and it did not happen. And hopefully by the time that Flash is really removed from Chrome directly, you know, we'll have Flash emulators ready to go. If we don't, like I said, we had this Newgrounds thing. A little bit clunky, but if you want to play a game, it loads right up. You just have to manually put in a URL, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt. This is only, you know, there's only 2 stable versions. As it becomes more necessary, more work may be done on it. It may be a lot easier to do. To be totally honest, what I thought it would be, the thing is with Flash, it's just, like I said, it's just a programming language. You just need something to interpret it. I figured this would be like a browser. I was thinking, worst case, you would probably just have a separate browser installed that you could just open Newgrounds and stuff to. I figured it would be like a Chromium browser that just has Flash pre-installed on it, which you totally could do, by the way. But having a standalone Flash player is kind of neat too. But like I said, you don't need it currently. You can just play it. If you got Chrome, if you got Firefox, you got Edge, you can do it. I don't know about Safari. I don't have a Mac to test this kind of stuff, but you can install Chrome and Firefox on Macs too, so, you know, worst case, you can just do that. Flash is not dead as long as there are great Flash games, and there always will be, because there are great Flash games. Flash will, in some form, be very valid, and I will still be playing Flash games on this here channel. So, hope you learned a little bit something about Flash. Maybe go to Newgrounds or Congregate, check out some old Flash games. Gogo Gummo was what kind of reminded me to do this video. You might check out Epic Battle Fantasy series on Newgrounds. You might check out the Bloons TD series. There's so much good stuff. Check out. Does Newgrounds have like or Congregate have like a top rated like all time? As I was saying, Bloons TD, Epic Battle Fantasy 5. Kingdom Rush, Learn to Fly, classic shit. So, by the way, recommend me some Flash game stuff to check out. I might have already played it, but I've been meaning to go back and do more Flash stuff. So, Flash isn't dead. You just play it. You just gotta play it. That's all it takes. Anyway, fun poking around with some Flash stuff. There'll be more Flash games on the channel. I just finished a whole series of games that was originally in Flash. It was ported to Unity for Steam, but Through Abandon was originally a Flash game. So I mean, it's just a way to make things. It's just a programming language. It's not Satan, no matter what Apple says. So long live Flash, and more importantly, long live Flash games. Like I said, Flash, it doesn't matter too much to me if Adobe Flash is technically what it's running in. As long as if we get something like this, like an emulator that totally works, I'm fine with that. As long as the files, as long as we can play the games. The games matter to me more than the language, but we just gotta be able to play those games and those animations. So, thanks for watching. If you want more Flash game content, remember subscribe, and I have a whole playlist with over 1,000, I believe, Flash games. So, feel free to check that out, and I guarantee you can play the most of those in your browser right now.
Alright gamers, remember to like, subscribe, and smash that bell.
Frog, what are you doing in my house?
I would just get out.